Thanks for joining us again today for Module 9's exercise, where we're going to be adding a custom field programmatically. In this exercise, we're going to be adding a LinkedIn profile ID field to Liferay's user profile using expandos. The implementation class that we're going to be using is a lifecycle action component, which allows us to execute a piece of code each time the Liferay server completes its startup sequence. You can use your book to follow along, and we're going to get right into it. So we're going to head over to our Liferay Developer Studio, where I've created a training workspace for these modules that we've been creating. We're going to go ahead and right-click on this modules folder, and we're going to select New, Liferay Module Project, and we're going to give this module project a name, which is going to be Expando. And we can leave most of this the way it is. We can use that default location, which is in that training workspace that we've created. We can specify the build type to be Gradle and keep that Liferay version to 7.2. And here in the project template name, we're actually going to change this to Service. After that's filled out, we can go ahead and click Next. We're going to specify a component class name, which in this case is going to be user expando startup action, and give that a package name of com Liferay training expando. Our next step is going to be giving it a service name, which we can use the browse functionality for, and we'll do a quick search for star lifecycle action. Here it's the only result that pops up, so we'll go ahead and double click that. And once we have all of those filled out, we can go ahead and finish up. Just give that a second to populate all of it that it needs to. And once that's done, we notice that the Expando module has been created for us. The next step is going to be navigating into this source folder where we can find the package that we've specified and the user expando startup action class that we've created. Here we have just a template. It's really just pretty much empty here, but we can go into our exercise folder and grab the snippet that we've provided. Here I have it open, so I'll go ahead and copy this. First things first, what we want to do is implement all of those unimplemented methods. So we'll go ahead and click through that. And we see that the IDE has populated our class with a method that needs to be implemented. And then we can go over to that snippet that's provided. And we can delete all of this and just paste that in. Okay. So we have the code in. This is all from the snippet. What we want to do now is just fix these missing imports. So we'll just do that one at a time. Do import here. We'll do one more. And then we'll import the user class as well. Quick save should clear out all those errors, and we can see that this should build now. One other change that we need to make is inside of this property section in the component tag, we'll go ahead and add in key equals application startup events. Go ahead and save that. We can go ahead and build and deploy this project. So here in our Gradle tasks, we can go to modules, expando, and we'll do a quick build. Okay, pretty quick build. Now we know that there were no errors. We can go ahead and deploy this now. So what I like to do is go inside of our modules folder under Expando. Inside of the build folder, there is another libs folder that we can take the jar from. So I'll go ahead and copy that. I'm going to go ahead and throw that into our Liferay DXP server inside of the deploy folder. Go ahead and paste that in. That should disappear pretty quickly. And we'll pop over to the console to make sure that it gets processed and deployed. Okay, looks like it's been started, so our module should be deployed now. Since this is going to propagate the changes that we made on startup, we're actually going to want to restart the server. So go ahead and restart your server, and we'll join back in just a second. Okay, the server has been reset. Now we can go ahead and sign in on localhost 8080. So go ahead and sign in as our test user. We can go to the control panel under configuration and to custom fields. We're going to find our user. This is the user resource, and click into that. And we can now verify that the new LinkedIn profile ID exists. Okay, thanks for joining us on today's exercise, and we'll see you in the next one.